Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm just doing a little short video today. I'm sitting out in my yard, or if I'm being a bit posh, my courtyard, doing a bit of hand sewing. I've got my cup of tea just here. I'll just have a little slurp. And what I'm doing is I'm making a pretty bag for my stitch book to go in. See, it's very sunny, so I've come under the umbrella to have a bit of shade. So it's just a bit of old pillowcase, and I've actually hammered the flowers. So this is hardy geranium and sweet Sicily leaves, and I sandwiched them into the cloth and hammered them with a hammer, and the colour came out into the cloth, and it's nice and dry now. So I've made a bag the size for my stitch book to go into, and it's going to have a drawstring in the top when I get round to it. But before I went to put the drawstring in, I just thought how nice it would be to just go round the outsides of the flowers. See if I can show you with some running stitch and just make it look extra pretty. So that's what I'm doing. So I've got these lovely geranium flowers, and I'm just coming up. I've got my embroidery threads here. Look, there's a big pile. Does anybody else have piles like that of threads? But you can't throw them out, can you? You just have to use them where you can. So I always have these around. And then I've got let's see if I can show you. I've got my threads here that I'm using, and so if I can find it in that pile, I use it, and if not, I get a new bit. Anyway, so I'm just doing a bit of running stitch. I'm sitting out here in the yard, and the birds are singing, and at the moment I have nothing else pressing on my time, so I could afford to just come out here and take advantage of the sunny weather and have some fresh air and make this little bag. And then when I want to take my stitch book out somewhere to show someone, or if somebody wants to see it, I've got something nice I can carry it in, because it deserves to have something nice to be carried in. Normally it's just sitting in my room on the side, in the either the work room or the sitting room, and it just sits there. But this morning I needed to take it somewhere. Someone had asked to see it in real life, and I thought, I haven't got anything to wrap it up in, and I was just going to wrap it up in a tea towel, and I thought, no. And as soon as that thought was in my head, I got the old pillowcase and I got some flowers, and I can show you. Look, there are the flowers. There's the blue geranium. You can see my washing as well. Look, I've got my washing hanging out on the line. The blue geraniums and the bunting. I don't normally just have bunting in the yard, but I had a friend for tea yesterday, and I made the bunting so that the yard would look pretty for her. And I might do a little video about that because it was so quick. And the way I'm trying to describe it is, some things are very labour intensive, like the stitch book. They're labour intensive, but you get utmost pleasure out of them. But they take a long time, and they take concentration, and they take you doing them all the time, and then you're really pleased when they're finished. That piece of bunting literally took me 5 minutes. So the time was this much, but the pleasure was this much, because it looked so pretty, and it cost me, well, the length of a piece of string and 4 paper napkins, and that was it. And so I might do just a little tiny thing on it at the end of one of my next videos, but at the minute I just want to carry on stitching this, and I'll show you at the end what it turns out like. I hope you're enjoying these. It's only just my second one, so my goodness. I'm enjoying doing them though, so thank you if you're watching, and I hope you can give me a like it, or whatever people do, a thumbs up it. And if you'd like to make a comment, that would be lovely, because I need to keep knowing that I'm doing the right thing and it's what you want to see, or you're happy with what I've done, or if there's anything you think you might want to see, you could always give me a suggestion. And if it's something I can do, or something I've already got, or I can show you something, then that'll give me a nice suggestion of what I should be doing. Anyway, I'll show you where I am. I've gone round this petal now. There, you can see where I'm up to. And I'll just carry on stitching a bit longer. Just hope wherever you are, you've got some lovely weather too. It's been a long time coming here. We've had a cold spring, but at long last we're having a little spell of sunshine, and so it is all the more lovely for us having waited for it. Anyway, see you later. Carry on stitching, or whatever you're doing. Enjoy the best you can. Thanks. I was going to embroider around the leaves as well. Actually, I just like it as it is. It's just simple. I think that's come out really pretty. I've just done French knots and straight stitches in the middle, because actually, when you look at them, they are just really simple, beautiful flowers. Where is it? There it is. And they're so pretty. I finished it off by, on the back, I haven't embroidered on the back really. I wanted to leave it plain, but I've just put the date on and a little bow and arrow, because my name's Marion and I've always put a bow and arrow on. Anyway, onto the drawstring and then it'll be finished. Oh, boo! What are you shouting for? That's my cat. She's very noisy. Actually, we think she's going deaf. Boo! What are you doing? 2 shakes, everyone. Come here. Look, come and say hello. This is Boo. And she's noisy because she's getting old. And she might not be able to hear very well. So the consequence of that is she actually is quite noisy, aren't you? And you're interrupting the sewing. Go on, see the sunshine. One more bit and I'll be done. A little bit of backspace to start off. Backspace, back stitch, back sewing, and then forward again. And a little bit of back sewing to end. What? Noisy. Clip my threads. And ready to thread it through. Okay, I've got some ribbon. I really like this purple, but that's all I've got. But I don't mind. I don't mind mixing and matching. I'm not having to pay for it anyway. It's in my stash. And I've got this lovely bit. It's really pretty. So I think they'll just actually go together. And I'm going to do it with a bodkin. The bodkin has it's a crochet hook on one end and a needle eye on the other. And so what I can do, I can put my ribbon through there, like that. And then at the side where I've left the space, oh, I haven't clipped my threads there. few shakes. Clip my threads. Clip, clip. Get them out the way. Okay, so at the place where I've left the hole, I'm going to go in with my bodkin. I'm going to go all the way around, pulling it round until I come to the other hole. Oh, flipping well, didn't clip those threads either. Okay, and when I get to the other hole, I'm going to go right the way past it, right the way past that hole, and right the way around to the beginning again. Just keep going until my crochet hook end comes out back at the beginning, which it should do like that. Okay, it's coming out, pulling the ribbon with it, hopefully, if everything works. Okay, here it comes. There we go. There. So I'm going to pull that one through. And I'm going to pull my ribbon back. Maybe the purple's not going to be long enough. Okay, so that's one ribbon, and then I'm going to start the purple. I better just make sure I've got enough. Oh, I do, just enough. I'm going to do the same with the purple ribbon. I'm going to thread it through my bodkin. This time I'm going to start at the opposite end to where those have come out. I'm going to put it in this end, so where this little gap is. I'm going to make sure that's open, and I'm going to go all the way around again, past where those two go, past that hole. Just keep threading it through. Come on, bodkin, get yourself out. Oh, it's got caught on the seam. Okay, there we go. All the way around. Back out at this end now. And there it is. Keep hold of one end. Come on, which one's the end? Not that one, this one. There. Bodkin up. I'm going to keep hold of both these ends in case they disappear when I pull it, because I know this is short. No, it's fine. So there they are. So I'm going to take the two ends at both sides, and I'm just going to tie a knot in there, like that, so they can't get lost up the thing. And then on this one, I'm going to tie a knot too. I could trim them down, but maybe I'll just leave them and see what happens. So tie them in a knot too. Okay, so now I'm going to put my book in. Actually, I can go and find my book. It's just over here. And I'm back. I'm going to put my book in. It's exciting, it's never been in a little bag before. I'm going to put my book in. And then, like that. And then I can just pull. How satisfying is that? And there's my book in its bag. And now I can carry it about, and it protects it, and it looks pretty on the front. You could make these little bags for anything. I used to have one like this when I was little for carrying my sunshades in, but I don't think it had eco-printed geraniums and embroidery on, but it probably was just a little cotton bag like this with a little drawstring like that. I think maybe what I'll do is I will cut those ends off. I don't think I want them that big. And snip. They'll get used to something else. I don't throw anything away. Oh, there's another thread. Have I got threads everywhere? Thread. I can tie them together if I want. There we are. See you next time.